Good morning, this is Marx from the Bible in 1 Year. Today we're going to look at Luke 19 from verse 11 to 28. Jesus tells the parable on his way to Jerusalem just before his triumphal entry on Palm Sunday. It's the parable of the 10 minas. He shares the parable because the people thought the kingdom of God would appear suddenly. A noble man goes to a distant country to receive a kingdom and then return. Before leaving, he gives 10 of his servants each a mina, a sum of money. He tells them to put it to work until he come back. Upon his return, he called them to give account. The first gained 10 more minas. The master rewarded him with authority over 10 cities. The second servant gained 5. He was rewarded with 5 cities. But one of the servants decided to hide his money in cloth out of fear for the master. We then see that the master rebuked him for being lazy and unfaithful. His mina is taken away from him and given to the one who had 10. We then see that the master judges those who hated him and those who rejected his rule. Now this story points to Jesus himself. He is the nobleman who goes away to receive his kingdom and will one day return. The servants are his followers who must be faithful with what they have been given until he comes back. The citizens who rejected him represent those who reject Christ's kingship. When we look at this parable, how can we apply it in our lives today? Well, first of all, with faithful stewardship. God has given every believer gifts, time, and opportunities. We are called to use them for His kingdom, not to hide or waste them. Ask yourself, am I actively using what God gave me for His glory? The second one is accountability. One day Jesus will return, and we will give an account of our lives. Salvation is by grace, but our rewards in His kingdom depend on how we served Him. This should motivate us to live purposefully and not passively. Don't let fear stop obedience. The unfaithful servant did nothing because of fear. Fear of failure or criticism can keep us from serving God. Instead, trust His character and step out in faith. Jesus' return is certain. Just like the nobleman came back, Christ will return as King. We must live in readiness, not just waiting, but working for His kingdom. And as we can see by this parable, rejecting Christ has consequences. The parable shows that those who refuse His kingship will face judgment. That is a call for us to remain loyal to Christ and also to share the gospel with others. In short, we are living in the time between Christ's ascension and His return. Now is the season of stewardship. What we do with what He has given us will matter when He comes back. We as believers know that we are not saved by works. We are saved by salvation through His grace. But even if we are saved, we are still accountable for how we use our lives for Christ. One day, Jesus will return as King, and He will ask, "What did you do with what I gave you?" My prayer is that this question will stir in your heart as well. And when Jesus returns, may He also say to you, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." Have a blessed day.